today, come with us. We're hunting buffaloes in Isaan, Thailand. So, I think it's time for a little backstory, a JC backstory. Because now that I'm doing this more personal segment or series of videos, you probably should know a little bit about me, because you're going to get more information and it'll be like a puzzle. A lot of references that I speak of won't make sense. And so I wanted to give you a little backstory about my life. If you don't know, I do come from America. I do come from Florida. And I came over to Thailand a few times, and I really loved it. Studied Thai massage. And each time I came, I liked it a little bit more. My trips got extended. And then one time I came, and I think that the trip was like 4 months or something like that. 2 months. Actually, it was 2 months. And I didn't feel like I wanted to go home. I felt like I was leaving home. And so I decided to pack up and move and come to Thailand. That was, I don't know, 14, 15 years ago. I'm not sure. I'd have to check my passport, one of my old passports, and see. After I was here for 1 year, I ended up getting a non-immigrant visa, and it hasn't been broken since. That's the same visa that I've been on all this time, which, I don't know what, it could be a benefit for residency or something. But anyway, that's a whole other story. Details in the member site. I was completely happy. I'd gone through selling my business in the States, and I was very content. And I was in a great place in my life at that time. Well, I went through some really bad hardships before my restaurant business, and through that process of building the restaurant and everything, I recouped financial losses, got my health back in order because I had Crohn's disease. And I cured myself of that, started a business, sold the business, and we're really in a great place. I wasn't needy at that point in my life, which I think is a great place to be. When you can get to a place in your life where you're your own best friend and you're not needy to fill something within yourself, you're able to fill everything, it's a great place to be. And that way, everything else is the icing on the cake. So when I got over to Thailand, I was very content. I ended up meeting somebody. We ended up getting married and been here for a long time. Ended up getting married and actually starting restaurants in Chiang Mai. All right, so before we head off in search of our elusive buffaloes, we're going to have a little food out here in Isan. So a typical Isan meal we got going here. We got some somtam. Now I eat somtam Thai without the fermented fish or fermented crab, which I think is a little bit better, especially for the farang intestines. So, and we have the catfish, big catfish here, that's barbecued. The namjim or dipping sauce. This is a typical seafood dipping sauce, and cucumber, and obligatory a small little container of sticky rice. So there you go. And coffee. Gotta have coffee. Anyway, also, Miss Nat was nice enough to pick me up some medicine for my back. And one's a muscle relaxant, one's a painkiller, and a total of ani rakatara hasabat, which is 50 baht, which is less than $2 to get medicine. So there you go. Cool, huh? So we're going to eat a little bit. Not sure if you're getting any or not. Then we're going to go in search of the elusive Thai buffalo. I started restaurants in Chiang Mai, and they were successful. And then my wife and I parted amicably. And the interesting thing about Thailand is you used to be able to get married real easy. Just walk into an Ampor's office and you could get a legal marriage. There's a difference between a legal marriage and a customary marriage. What I suggest is the customary marriage to appease the person you're in a relationship with and their family and everything, and everybody will be happy. There'll be a party, and the monks will come and everything, and it'll be really cool. And they really do tie the knot, because they'll tie strings around both of your wrists to signify the marriage, and so you really literally tie the knot. The legal marriage, I've talked about this in detail in the member site, but unless there's children, small children involved, or the person you're in a relationship is young, never been married, or something like that, there's really no reason to have the legal marriage. Some of my members and other people think that, oh, I'm going to marry this person because I'm getting older and I'll be able to leave my assets to them. And that's true. You really can. You can't leave your Social Security. If you're American, you can't leave your Social Security benefits to them unless they've actually, you and them have resided in America for 5 years. It doesn't have to be a continuous 5 years, but 5 years. So if you're under the impression you're just going to marry somebody here so they can get your Social Security benefits, that doesn't work. So I ended up getting the divorce. I was living in Chiang Mai. I'd been there for 9-10 years, something like that. And had also lived in Pattaya a couple years, a couple places, Lampang, taught English for 4 years, did a lot of things. And I found myself single again. And I was getting myself back in that place. I was content again, not any issues, and it was really great. The easier you can let go of people in your life and give them well wishes and hope for them to have the best they can have in their life. If you really love somebody, that's what you want for them, right? Is for them to have happiness. It's not to hold on to them and cling and make them feel guilty or anything like that. So being able to let somebody go freely and give them your blessing is a great place to be in life, I can tell you that. And so I did that. And I stuck around Chiang Mai, and I'd actually already started instituting the Retire Cheap Asia concept, because I knew that there's a big need for the baby boomers to have some options in their life, the baby boomers of the States. And so I knew it was important for me to help out the baby boomers in the United States that were getting to retirement age. It was just starting, the baby boomers were just entering retirement, and they needed to have some options. I figured, hey, my life is a great option. It's inexpensive, so it fit into that demographic. Anyway, so I started the project a couple years ago, and I watched the numbers every day on YouTube, and I watched them exponentially grow. I said I'll put up 100 videos if there's a growth and it looks like there's a need and people enjoy them, then I'll continue this project. And it did. It took off, and so that's how this whole thing got going. Buffaloes and a guy with them, but guess what? What do they say?
Not sale.
Not selling the buffalo. Buffalo is not for sale today. So we're still looking for the elusive buffalo. But we're on the right track. We're getting close. We've seen buffaloes. So anyway, when I went to Cha'am and was doing that whole series about Cha'am, but I had this belief. And that is, I think everything's symbiotic in the universe. And if you're not into the whole connection, spiritual thing, you can cut this for the next couple minutes and come back. Go get a coffee. So anyway, but I believe that everything's symbiotic here. The body's a microcosm of this whole concept. And that is, everything you put into your body is either assimilated or eliminated. And I think it's the same way in the universe. Once something's not needed anymore, it's eliminated. So my belief is, create as much value as you can. Have a clear understanding of what it is that you want in your life, to come into your life, and let it go. And the universe will take care of the details to get it to you. So one of the ways I do that is what some people call treasure mapping. And what it is you take all these little images, and you can find them on the web now, download them, and create a poster of visual representations of what you want to attract into your life. And so I did that right after my divorce. And it had things about creating value for people, making a difference in people's lives, success, being able to speak to people, to help them out. A relationship, a passionate relationship, fitness, all these different things were on that visual representations on this poster, right? So I had this poster up on the wall, and subconsciously you check it out all the time because it's in front of you. And so it was about 2 years later, I was in Cha'am, and I was doing the whole series for YouTube and everything in the member site, making videos for them like I do every week. And I was going down the road one day, and I have this belief that when you're creating value and you're putting things out there to the universe will take care of what you need. And I had just got off the phone with my sister because my sister was in this place. My parents had passed away, and she didn't know what to really do with her time because she had taken care of my parents, all these things. So she needed some changes in her life. So I told her about this poster, put up this treasure map, get all these images about what it is you want in your life, and the universe will bring it in. I said, I'll send you a copy of the one that I made so you can see what I did. And I said, hold on a second. So I went and got it, and I came back and I looked at it and I said, wow, this is interesting. All these things that I wanted into my life are here now, except one, the relationship. And so what happened is I brought that to the forefront of my attention, and I said, yeah, I don't have the relationship, but everything else has been taken care of. Less than 1 week later, I'm going down the road in Cha'am on my motorbike. It was sort of a cut-through road between these two parallel roads, one of which is the beach road. And I'm going down this road, and all of a sudden I turn my head, and my eyes make contact with this lady. Instantly, it was like, there was some kind of attraction. I don't know what it was. And it wasn't just physical attraction. It was some kind of connection. So I stopped the motorbike, and I'm a firm believer if you don't take advantage, especially in Thailand, if you don't take advantage of something, it might never happen again. You see something in the store that you like in Thailand, you better buy it because you can come back an hour later, it can be gone and never return again. So anyway, it's like, I don't want to have any regrets in my life. So I stopped the motorbike, turned around, and went back. And as soon as I pulled up to this lady, it wasn't like I was approaching a stranger. It was like I was approaching somebody I already knew, which was really weird. So I started talking in my broken Thai, and it was just this sense of joy coming from this person, and a sense of joy for me talking to this person. It was an instant connection, and so it was really cool. So we're still on the hunt for the elusive Thai buffalo. I didn't know buffaloes were so hard to find. This is amazing. Usually the buffaloes wander around with a herder, a handler, and that's what we're looking for. But we actually went into some small village that's not that far from Matt's parents. And in that little village, all of a sudden we ran into the house that has her grandmother's mother and all the people that were there. And they asked somebody about the buffalo, and they had a young one before, but it's been sold already. But they said at 4 o'clock, which is 3:30 now, the buffaloes will come wandering through the village, going home. So we're going to hang out probably till 4 o'clock to wait for the buffaloes, and then we're going to bag our elusive Thai buffalo. And maybe give it to her father as a birthday present if we can negotiate a good deal. And I can put the buffalo on the motorbike and take it back to the house. Everything happens for a reason. So you look at some of the things that happened in my past that if I had looked at them and said, oh, these are bad things happening, you don't really know they're bad things happening. It can be things are happening that you're interpreting as being bad because it's allowing the door to open for the things that you want, that you truly want, or you want more to come into your life. There's that whole story, I'm sure you've heard about the Chinese farmer. It can be a Thai farmer, it can be any farmer. And as the story goes, that he grows rice, and he has his 2 sons, and he's having a problem because he can't harvest the rice, and all of a sudden this horse wanders into his field, And all the neighbors say, oh my God, you're blessed. This is a great thing that's happened to you. He goes, well, maybe. And so one of the sons were riding the horse, and the son falls off the horse, and it's harvest time, and now the son has a broken leg, and he can't harvest the rice, and the people come back to the farmer and say, oh, this is a horrible thing. And the farmer in his wisdom says, well, maybe. And they go, what do you mean maybe? How are you going to harvest the rice? So all the people have to help him and everything. And the son was hobbling around. So then a war broke out, a war that surely they were going to lose. And the soldiers came into the village to take the young people to go fight the war. And of course his son was on crutches and he couldn't go. And all the townspeople came and said, oh my God, you're blessed that you have a son here to help you. All the other sons, young men went away to fight the war. And the old man said, well, maybe. And the thing about that is we never know the outcome of events that are happening in our life. We can project based on our past and our beliefs. We can project what something means, but really we don't know. So if you can stay open to events that are happening, have a preference of what you want, and then take what it is that you get and wait for the things you want to show up. Anyway, a world according to JC. So anyway, I met Nat, and we've been together ever since. So there's the backstory. So we're in Isan. Nat has 2 kids. I have 2 kids now. It's funny. These kids are the same age as my sister and I were. And talk about karma. I think my sister and I drove my parents crazy. And my sister says this is payback. Danoy, Nat's daughter, is a blessing in my life. She's just so cool. And we had that instant connection like Nat and I did. When I met Danoy, her daughter, I went to this place. I'd never seen her before. The first time I met any of her family, any of her relatives. And I had my phone with me, and Danoy sat down next to me. And I said, you want to play a game on the phone? And she said, yeah. And so I downloaded a game on the phone and gave it to her. And she scooched up next to me and put her leg across my leg and everything. And the people were just like, because we were sitting on the floor, and the people, all the relatives and everything, was going like, what's up with this? You know what? There was this instant connection. Now her son is they're both my teachers. I learned so much from everybody, Nat and her kids. And her son is my teacher because he teaches me patience. He teaches me so many things. If anything causes you an irritation in your life, there's a reason. It's there to bring that to your attention as needs to be worked on. As Forrest Gump says, and that's all I'm going to say about that. So anyway, there you go. There's the backstory of how I ended up right here, sitting in Isan. We're here to pick up the kids. I tweaked out my back yesterday before I came. And the ironic thing is, I know how to fix other people's backs. I could fix the problem, but I can't manipulate it myself. So I'm hobbling around a little bit today, but we're out of here. We're going to go check on some things, like maybe getting a buffalo for the family. Now, why would they need a buffalo? You're saying, this is the modern age. Why do they need a buffalo? Nat's parents have a small rice farm. And so it's so small. Now, you can rent machines to come and cut the rice and till the soil, underturn the old rice stalks and everything into soil knolls. It all can be done by machinery. And it's not that expensive. But if you have a small farm, it means the people with the machinery is not going to make that much money, make hardly any money really. So you're at the bottom of the queue. They want to go take care of the people that have big rice fields. So this is a problem. So we're thinking about her father's birthday was just a couple weeks ago. We're thinking about buying him a buffalo. So the buffalo can do the work, and he doesn't rely on the machinery. And so we're out to hunt some buffalo today. We'll see how it goes.
นี่เป็นไล่ข้อนะมาไปเบิ่งกัน
All right สวัสดีครับสบายดีไหมสบายดีดูควาย All right, so we found somebody that houses some buffaloes. If you can see, we got chickens, ducks, buffaloes. We got everything here. So we're looking for a baby buffalo. Should I follow him or just follow the buffaloes? Huh? There's a young one, huh?
ยายบ่ขายเนี่ยบ่ล่ะเพิ่นน้อยๆไหมล่ะมู้น้อยๆไหมล่ะอ๋อแต่ว่ามันทันได้เซานม
We're trying to see if he wants to sell one. Of course, they're speaking some Isan, which this Farang doesn't understand 100% of. Hello.
อันท้องตัวน้อยๆมันทันได้เซานมเลยบ่ล่ะพ่อยายขายแพงบ่ได้ล่ะมู้นั่น
Hello, Mr.
ขาย
Buffalo.
บ่ล่ะหรือบ่ได้ขายอ๋อบ่ได้ขาย No sale
Not sell? Oh, does he know somebody that'll sell a small one? They're all watching you take the video. Look. So can you ask him if he knows somebody? I thought we found the place. I thought that's what they brought us here for, was because we found the buffalo. We just found buffalo to see. It's like a petting zoo. Pet the buffalo. But we can't buy one. Ask him, does he know some place we can buy a buffalo?
ขายบ่ล่ะ
Mero. Was this who they were talking about up at the house?
He say 2 day 3 day and he have me
All right. Well, we're on a 2 or 3 day wait, which isn't happening because we're out of here. But anyway, we gave it the old college try, right?
before ขาย big guy
Yeah, we don't want the big guy. Okay, well, we struck out with the buffalo, hunting buffalo today. We found the buffalo though, right? But just not the one we wanted. Hope you enjoyed our buffalo excursion. See ya.